Hello class 8. Today we will discuss charging a body by friction. So charging by friction, when two objects are rubbed together, the molecules are close enough together that the electrons from one substance can move onto the other substance. Both the bodies then acquire equal and opposite charge. So thus when we rub two objects, then the charges may get exchanged and the bodies may get charged. For example, if we take a rubber and if we rub it with fur, then after rubbing for a while, rubber will acquire negative charge, whereas fur will acquire the positive charge. This is because when the two bodies are rubbed, here we can see at the picture the two bodies, when they are rubbed together due to friction, if we magnify the image, then we will see that two of the objects with different rough surfaces will interact with each other, and thus the negative charges will be exchanged, and thus the two bodies will have two different charges. One will be positively charged, whereas the other will be negatively charged. This process of transfer of charge takes occurs most of the time, but whenever the bodies are rubbed against each other, the the exchange of charge or the transfer of charge mostly happens when the bodies are especially dry. So this effect can be observed mostly in the time of winter. So here we can see the list of materials over here. The topmost part, which is shown in blue, are the objects which will be positively charged, and the objects which are down here at orange are mostly the negatively charged particles, negatively charged bodies. So when these two bodies, let's say if a glass is rubbed with rubber, for the example that I have shown earlier, glass when rubbed with rubber, glass becomes positively charged, whereas rubber becomes negatively charged. Similarly, if we take any of the objects from this portion with any of the objects out here, let's say silicon is rubbed against silk, then again silk will have the positive charge and the silicon will have the negative charge. So this list of materials is called the triboelectric series. This is only to get the information that the bodies in blue appears to have the positive charge and the bodies down here will have the negative charge. The next example that we have already learned about is combing the dry hair. So when we use a neutral comb, that is a comb which has electrical balance with same number of electrons and number of protons, then the hair out here also is electrically neutral. That means the number of electrons and number of protons are same. But when these two objects, the hair and the comb, is rubbed against each other, then some of the electrons will escape from hair and it will move on to the comb, creating a positive charge in hair and negative charge in the comb. So pulling a comb through hair creates friction, and the force of friction strips electrons from the hair, leaving it positively charged, and deposits electrons on the comb, leaving it negatively charged. Thus, after the negative charge is formed on the comb can attract the bits of paper. So this is the simple example that we have already learned in our junior classes. Because of the electrostatic force, this kind of thing may be seen. The human hair can stand separate or away from each other. This is because the charge acquired by the human hair, that is the positive charge, they will stand separate away from each other because the same charges will repel each other. This will be explained in the coming part of the same video. And also sometimes you may have observed that the clothes, when they are rubbed against the human body, the cloths cling to our body because of the electrostatic force. Now let's look at the activity. Let's say, let's take a balloon and we'll rub it against wool. After rubbing for a while, the balloon will acquire the negative charge and the wool will acquire a positive charge. Now, when the two balloons with the negative charges are taken together, because they have the negative charges, they will separate away from each other or push away from each other, and we can see that both the balloons having the negative charges will repel each other. This is the same case with the hair which has the electrostatic force. They stand away from each other because of the same charge. So here we can see that when we have the same charges, then there will be the repulsive force against the two bodies. So the balloon over here with the same charge, that is the negative charge, will repel each other and they will stand away from each other. Whereas if we take the balloon with some positively charged body, then the balloon will get attracted to that body, because over here some positively charged some positive charges will surface, and thus the balloon gets attracted to that body. So here this is the example where we can say that the two unlike charges or different charges attract each other. Thus we can say that like charges repel each other. That is, the negative charge, if it comes with negative charge, then they will repel each other. Or if a positive charge comes close to positive charge, again they will repel each other. Opposite charges attract each other. This means if a positively charged body comes closer to a negatively charged body, then they will get attracted to each other. The magnitude of the force between charges depends on the magnitude of the charges. This means that how forcefully they will have the force of attraction or the force of repulsion, that magnitude depends on how much amount of charge the bodies have. If they have more charges of same type, let's say a positively charged body with a huge amount of positively charged another body comes together, then the force of repulsion will be more. In a similar way, if a body with a huge amount of negative charge and a body with huge amount of positive charge comes together, then the force of attraction will again be more. So the force of attraction or the force of repulsion depends on the magnitude of the charges the body has. The greater the distance between the charges, the smaller is the force between them. So it's very simple. If a balloon is kept away from the other balloon with the same charge, then the force of repulsion will be very less, because the distance in between the two balloons is more. So more the distance, less will be the force exerted by the two objects. So let's look at the summary quickly. Even neutral objects contain countless charges. Okay, neutral objects will also have charges, but it depends on the electrons. If the electrons move freely and they get exchanged or transferred to some other body, then the body will be positively charged, and some other body which takes in the electron will be negatively charged. Charge can be transferred during contact. So during contact, when they come together, the charges can be transferred, and when it is because of friction, then the charges transferred can be observed clearly with the positive charge and the negative charge formed. Clothes often develop static charges during wind. Oppositely charged clothes cling to one another. So this is what we have observed. Conductivity tends to let objects neutralize.